would do that. So just tell me a little bit about yourself and your business, and yeah, we'll just start there.
I'm a massage therapist. I specialize in helping moms relax and recharge. And my business is just me. And I, I, yeah, I work part-time supposedly, but I'm sort of always working in or on my business.
Yeah. And you're also a mom.
Yes. Also a mom of two boys.
Two boys. And so tell me a little bit about what your business was like before we started working together.
What was my business like? It was, I've been doing this for about 7 years now, and for a long time now, it's felt like things are just kind of rolling along, like same old, for like the past few years. So nothing much has been changing or growing or progressing, really. It's just kind of felt like things have been sort of stagnant.
Mm-hmm. And what was kind of the big kind of shift where you thought, oh, I should maybe do something about it? Or what was the kind of pain that you were experiencing that made you go, yes, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to kind of change things up a little bit.
I think it was a lot of factors. But when I met you and heard your little like tiny spiel with like 5 minutes about what you do and how you help businesses, it like hit on all the pieces that really resonated with me. So it was marketing, and it was automating things, and it was working smarter, not harder, and it was being able to grow in a way that feels like it would add longevity to my career and add sort of bring that sort of excitement back in. And those were sort of all the pieces that I was like, oh, this is the person. I didn't even really know I was searching for the person, but that grabs me.
What was kind of an unexpected thing that you got out of working together that you weren't really expecting at all?
This maybe doesn't sound like a positive thing, but I felt like it was sort of this discomfort with moving quickly and moving forward with things. Mm-hmm. I had gotten really comfortable and really, just really comfortable with the stagnation of things, of how everything was just kind of the same. Mm-hmm. And on one hand, I was really bored. And on the other hand, like it's comfy, to stay the same and not have things changing a lot. And so with your accountability and with the like nudges forward every week, and with all the homework, like it was a little bit uncomfortable for me to be moving faster and to be like making decisions quickly. But it was also super healthy for me.
Yeah, awesome. So tell us, like, what is it like for you now in your business? Like, what's changed, like, in terms of your income? What's changed in terms of, you and your family time? All of the things that have been affected.
I think, well, income has gone up, and that's been exciting. I feel like one of the biggest things is that I have been sort of searching for how to incorporate the other things that I want to do with my career and my business. Mm-hmm. For a long time, I've been sort of trying to figure that out. And now I feel like I have a handful of paths that I'm like on the road to moving forward with that. And so that's been really the biggest thing. Like I have options now, and they're clearer, and I'm clearer, and that's brought back a lot of passion.
Awesome. Um, so what was it like? And you kind of touched on this a little bit. Like, what was it like on that first call? Like when you were first starting to work together, and what really made you decide to move forward? Like for those people who maybe are like, this is a scary thing, this is a big investment, this is like something, what was kind of the tipping point that made you say yes to moving forward?
Um, what made me say yes? It was, yeah, it was a big kind of a scary investment for me to make. But I felt like um, this was just this huge opportunity that I really couldn't pass up, of someone who is listening to me and who gets where my struggles are, and who has the very diverse skill set that you have to help me sort of move forward on all of these different fronts. And that was just so eye-opening to find someone with all of that I felt like I needed, and that was it. It was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
Awesome. So what, and we kind of touched on this a little bit too, but what changes have you made in your life and your business since the beginning?
Um, I have uh, moved forward on offering this new workshop, this massage workshop that I've been toying with the idea of for years. And that feels really super exciting. I'm going to be doing my first one this weekend and then another one in a couple weeks. Um, and that alone is huge. I have.
I can't believe
Um,
years. You were contemplating
yeah.
it for years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I feel like I've um, come to peace with my decision around what I want to do with this massage in schools program, sort of arm of what I do, and that feels really good. That too, I've sort of been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that for years, also, and I feel much more peaceful about like where things are at and how I'm going to move forward with that, and that's super exciting.
Awesome.
Um, yeah, those are some of the biggest.
Yeah. Well, just like before we got on this call, you mentioned just having how it doesn't have to be stressful to do what you're doing, kind of being at peace with that part as well. Can you tell me a little bit more about that part?
Yeah, I feel like the overwhelm of having all of these different ideas of like little branches of things that I might want to do or am interested in or might want to expand on has been stressful for a really long time. Right? Just like what's my plan B and C and D and E, but I've never really tiptoed into them. And having talked through it with someone and sort of explored those options and sort of done a little bit of assessment of like, are these things a good fit for me? Is there, movement going forward with it? Is it viable? That process alone was so valuable, and yeah, it brings a lot of sort of contentedness with like where I'm at and where I could be going next. So that's been super exciting.
Yeah, and one thing to point out too about how that kind of diversifies your income ability,
Absolutely.
and giving you multiple streams that you can rely on in case something happens or
Absolutely. And that's been a long-term goal of mine, and just not something that I've been courageous enough to dip into, or explore very much until now. So
yeah,
thank you.
yeah,
That's
of
huge.
course. And so, what would you say to someone who is contemplating moving forward and doing this work and working with someone like me?
Um, I would wholeheartedly recommend working with you. I mean, it's made a really huge difference in sort of my mindset around what's going well and what's possible for my next steps. And I think that's just been a game changer.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, there are many. One is sort of that idea um, of just committing to doing one small thing a day,
Mhm.
and really knowing which are the small things that make a difference for my business. That's that has been really huge. So I don't feel like I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall. I feel like I'm going to do one of this little list today, and I'm going to do one more tomorrow, um, and it doesn't feel overwhelming, and it feels like I am actually moving forward, and that's huge.
Yeah, because you
Thank
were
you.
throwing spaghetti at the wall, right?
Yeah, yeah. Trying to do everything, and then feeling guilty when I didn't, and feeling overwhelmed at trying to make time for everything, and not a healthy way to move forward.
Awesome. Well, I just want to close up by saying thank you so much for being so open and honest and working with me throughout this time, because I really do appreciate watching just everybody grow. You know, when I work with them, it's like almost like a flower that opens up in this way, where it's like you get to fully express who you are in your business and be able to actually serve people in the way that is so, from this place of a full cup. I think we talked about that a lot, about, yeah, like when you are feeling fully in your power and your business is running well, it makes you feel awesome, and you can have more energy to do all of the things that you really desire in your life. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been it's been a game changer. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. Well, I will see you at the